Hello, class. Today's topic is municipal waste to energy conversion. The objective of today's session is to recognize the importance and opportunities of renewable energy and to identify the different processes that can be used for energy conversion. Okay, so basically, in this session, we are focusing onto the municipal solid waste. So, when we are talking renewable energy, so we are considering municipal solid waste as an renewable energy source. So, here, see municipal solid waste. This can be achieved from the municipal solid waste or sewage sludge, or it can be a forest sector residue, or it can be an agriculture waste, or it can be a food industry waste. Okay, all these wastes are considered as your the input material. So what are the different processes that can be implemented on it? So basically the objective is to generate energy. Energy can be heat energy or it can be an electrical energy. So the conversion process are basically there are three types of conversion process. The first one is the biochemical process, second one is the thermochemical, and the last one is the mechanical process. So when we talk about biochemical processes, this includes the anaerobic digestion and the anaerobic fermentation. These processes occur at lower temperature and lower reaction rates compared to the thermochemical processes. Thermochemical processes, they occur at higher temperature. Okay, we'll see this one in detail. But when we talk about biochemical processes, so there is you have anaerobic digestion and an anaerobic fermentation, both at low temperature and low reaction rate. Uh, these give you a byproduct of methane and the liquid fuels, which can be further utilized as an energy fuels. Okay. Then second comes out to be the thermochemical process. Thermochemical processes are the process which occur at very high temperature and at high reaction rates. Okay, this one is different from the biochemical in terms of only the temperature and the reaction rates. Okay, so thermochemical processes are characterized by the higher temperature and conversion rates, and these are basically suited for the waste which is low in moisture content. Okay, which is low in moisture content. So there are basically three methods again in thermochemical. The first one is the combustion, second one is gasification, and third one is the pyrolysis. So combustion is the basic form of process where we simply burning the fuel to generate heat out of it, which heat is further utilized to generate steam, and that steam can be utilized to generate electricity. Next one is the gasification. Gasification is the again a burning process but in reduced air, and pyrolysis is the process of combustion but in the absence of air. So combustion technology enables the recovery of heat to produce steam, which in turn produces power through steam turbines. And pyrolysis is the process of decomposing the organic materials at elevated temperature but in the absence of oxygen. Okay, so that is the difference. So in case of combustion, we get electricity as a byproduct. Means we are getting steam as a byproduct, but that steam can be further utilized to generate electricity. In case of gasification, we are getting a syngas and the biochar, or which we call it as a solid fuel. And in the pyrolysis process, we get liquid fuels, or we call it as fuel oils. Okay, so that is that those are the three methods in case of thermochemical processes. And the last one is the mechanical processes, or we call it as pelletization. So what happens in this process is it involves the process of segregating, crushing, mixing high and low heat value organic waste. Okay, it involves the processes of segregating, crushing, and mixing the high and low heat value organic waste. So why we are doing this? We are basically converting it into the solid fuel, or we call it as pellets or briquettes. Okay, so that method is the pelletization, converting the solid fuel or the solid waste into the solid fuel. We call it as pellets or briquettes. Okay, so the ultimately the byproduct of mechanical process is your solid fuels. We call it as briquettes also. So if we go on to see the detailed process that is followed in case of municipal solid waste. So first step is to collect and transport the solid waste from the point of generation. And then storage and segregation is the second step. So when we talk about segregation, so according to the properties of that waste, those are segregated as, first one is the inert one. The waste which are inerts, that means it includes sand or stones, those are categorized as inerts, which can be further used as landfill. And then second category can be of recyclables. There can be waste which can be recycled or which can be reused. Okay, so in that case, there might be a waste which is ferrous or non-ferrous materials. So that can be utilized to make cans, tins, and pipes again, and which can be reutilized. Or there can be broken glasses or containers or bottles, which can be used to make ceramics or concrete aggregates, or can be recycled glass countertops. Okay, so the last one, that category, which is organic materials, which can be of hydrocarbon. Okay, these are the material on which a certain process has to be done so that it can be converted into an usable form of energy. So again, here there can be two categories. One, there might be wastes which are low in moisture, like polythene or rubber tires, or there can be waste which are high in moisture. So that means the kitchen waste or the agriculture waste. So those are the high moisture biodegradable waste. Okay, so in case of high moisture content, we know that biochemical processes are performed on the waste where the moisture content is high. So here we perform anaerobic digestion. So it gives you an byproduct as a biogas or as a methane, which can be used as organic compound later on, or which can be utilized to generate electricity. And again, the solid byproduct that is generated by the anaerobic digestion, it can be utilized as fertilizer. Okay, so that is the process followed on the waste which are high in moisture. If the waste are there which are low in moisture, so there again you have three processes. The first one is the combustion, the basic one, where we directly heat up the waste at a high temperature and at a high reaction rate. Okay, so there the byproduct is obtained is as we have discussed in the last slide. By the combustion process, we generate a steam, and that steam can be further reutilized to generate electricity. Right? This is the same process which is followed in thermal power plants. Or second, whichever heat energy that has been generated by the process of combustion can be used for heat or cold application. And the byproduct is the ash. That ash can be utilized for the construction material. This is one of the basic process that is followed for the low moisture content. Then you have two more processes. One is the gasification and pyrolysis. So though all the three processes are of combustion, the only difference is in terms of the at what rate that combustion is being done, and what is the amount of oxygen utilized for the combustion process. So gasification is the process in reduced air, whereas pyrolysis is the process in the absence of air. So while performing gasification, there are two types of gas generated. One is the producer gas and the second one is syngas. Later, this can be utilized for generation of electricity, or if you perform the fermentation and the FT process on the syngas, what ultimately we get is a ethanol or a gasoline, which can be utilized as a transport fuel. And in case of pyrolysis, with pyrolysis we get the byproducts in all the forms, like in solid, liquid, and gas. In case of solid, we get biochar, which is a solid fuel which can be used for heat or cold applications. And for liquid, you get bio oil, which can be utilized as a chemical feedstock or flavor for adhesives, or which can bio oil can be also used for heat or cold applications. And the last one that you get is a pyrolytic gas. Pyrolytic gas can be utilized further for the heat or cold applications. Okay, so this was all for the session. So today we have understood what is the importance of renewable energy source for energy generation, and what are the different methods available to generate electricity or to generate energy from the municipal solid waste. So that's all for now. Thank you.